Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we'll be doing a camera comparison of two flagship level smartphones. So we have the Xiaomi 11T Pro and the iQOO 7 Legend. So these are two devices with identical hardware, the Qualcomm's 888 chip, and you get a really good camera experience as well. So in this video we'll be talking about the camera comparison of these two devices. We'll be looking at the camera quality of these two devices. We'll look at the daylight shots, the ultrawide, the portraits, the macros, the selfie camera, and also the low light along with video recording. So we'll be doing an in-depth comparison of the cameras of these two devices. So before getting started, if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. So first let's have a look at the camera hardware of these two devices. Let's first have a look at the camera hardware. The Xiaomi 11T Pro comes with a 108 megapixel camera with f1.8 aperture, a secondary 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, and a third 5 megapixel tele macro sensor. For selfies, we have a 16 megapixel shooter. Now the iQOO 7 Legend features a triple rear camera setup which includes a 48 megapixel f1.79 primary camera with OIS included, a 13 megapixel telephoto camera with 2x optical zoom, and a 13 megapixel ultra wide. And also for selfies, the iQOO 7 Legend has a 16 megapixel f2.0 camera. So let's have a look at the captures taken by these two devices. In daylight conditions, both the devices perform extremely well and produces really good images which are bright, crisp and vivid. The colors on iQOO 7 Legend, especially the sky colors, look slightly off but not a major issue though. The details and sharpness levels are also excellent on both the phones. The dynamic range is also similar on both the devices. So overall the daylight quality looks similar, and we would say it's more or less a tie here, although in some places iQOO 7 Legend had slight saturation issues. Now moving on to the ultrawide. While the colors look similar or at times better on Xiaomi 11T Pro, the sharpness levels and details are slightly better on iQOO 7 Legend thanks to the superior 13 megapixel ultrawide compared to the 8 megapixel on the 11T Pro. But surprisingly, the 11T Pro also does really well with the 8 megapixel shooter, especially the color reproduction. Also, iQOO 7 Legend has an advantage with 13 megapixel telephoto lens with 2x optical zoom, which is not available on the Xiaomi 11T Pro. Now moving on to the close-up shots. Here again, nothing much to differentiate between the two devices as both produces good close-up shots. Colors seems slightly better on the Xiaomi 11T Pro. In terms of macro photography, it is the Xiaomi 11T Pro that really emerges as a winner, and Xiaomi has mastered the macro really well, and the iQOO 7 Legend is nowhere close to it. Now moving on to the portraits. Here both the phones disappointed with the color reproduction. While Xiaomi 11T Pro was way too warmer in tones, the iQOO 7 Legend was too whitish. Neither of them were able to produce accurate skin tones. Next up, the low light captures. In regular low light conditions, both did a good job in producing details, although iQOO 7 Legend has a slight advantage probably due to OIS, but not by a huge margin, and this is evident only when you pixel peep. In night mode, it was just the reverse, with Xiaomi 11T Pro producing better details and sharpness levels with slightly noise levels, while iQOO 7 Legend goes for noise reduction and ends up with soft images lacking detail. So in terms of night mode, the Xiaomi 11T Pro has a slight advantage here. Next up, the selfies. Both the 16 megapixel shooter did a good job with selfie. Skin tones are also good. Xiaomi 11T Pro has slightly better skin tones overall, while iQOO 7 Legend has slightly better sharpness levels though. Next, moving on to the video recording. The iQOO 7 Legend uses OIS plus EIS, while the 11T Pro uses only EIS. But Xiaomi has done an extremely good job with EIS, and it is hardly noticeable, and both phones produces equally good stable footage. The colors are slightly better on the Xiaomi 11T Pro though. Also, the 11T Pro offers EIS on 4K 60 FPS while iQOO 7 Legend lacks that. Xiaomi also offers 8K video recording option. So even without optical image stabilization, Xiaomi did a better job in terms of video. So this is the front facing camera sample taken with the Xiaomi 11T Pro. So this can record videos both in 30 and 60 FPS in full HD resolution. So you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the videos and also the audio output. So this is the front facing camera sample taken with the iQOO 7 Legend. It can record videos in 1080p resolution at 30 FPS using the selfie camera. So you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the video is and also the audio output. So that was a detailed camera comparison. So let's talk about the strong points of both the phones. Xiaomi 11T Pro has better macros, selfies and video recording along with slightly better night mode. The iQOO 7 Legend on the other hand has better ultrawide and also features a telephoto lens which is missing on the Xiaomi 11T Pro. While there are a lot of similarities in terms of processing on both the phones, it is hard to pick a winner by just looking the photos alone. But if you want a more versatile camera with additional modes and options in the camera UI, then probably the Xiaomi 11T Pro would be the better option. So that was a camera comparison of the Xiaomi 11T Pro with the iQOO 7 Legend. So what do you guys think about these cameras? Which of them perform better? Do share in your thoughts in the comment section. This is Nirmal signing off with a camera comparison of the iQOO 7 Legend and the Xiaomi 11T Pro. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.